I remember myself reading in the news or in books about science and medicine. I was always fascinated and I loved to learn about new discoveries. I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to make some big impact in our society, like developing or finding a cure for a disease. My training as a biochemist helped me to understand complex processes that undergo in cancer cells specifically, and then able to think about how I can able to modulate these procedures and able to develop some new drug. I'm trying to find answer for the most challenging cancers like pancreatic cancer, because they're the hardest ones to treat. Our goal is to develop novel therapies that can target these proteins that initiate the cell death in cancer cells. Cancer cells are notoriously known that they resist to die, so they keep proliferating. And they have proteins that help them to overcome the cell death process. And these proteins are the safeguards inside the cancer cells. What we're actually trying to understand is how to use other proteins natural in the cancer cells that can actually overcome these safeguards and kill them. We're working on a novel approach and trying to target a specific protein that when it's turned on, it actually initiates cell death in cancer cells. And what we're actually doing is developing a new drug that's able to target this protein specifically in the cancer cell and turn it on. Then this protein will cause an irreversible damage that will actually break the cells apart. So the big question is to identify what proteins actually give the vulnerability to different cancer cells. Each cancer is different and it has a different protein able to provide this safeguard. And we're trying to understand these proteins, so able to target them and provide an effective treatment. So the ultimate goal will be that this drug will kill the cell and then we will eradicate the cancer cell. We currently have proof that a drug works in the laboratory in leukemia cells, but the goal here is to apply this drug into cancer cells that are more aggressive and more resistant, such as pancreatic, lung cancer, colorectal, and melanoma. And the goal is to provide effective treatment for these nasty cancers. I knew when I was a teenager I wanted to help people and trying to develop a drug, so I set up this journey early on, and here I am now having my own laboratory and working with my colleagues to try to develop a novel therapy for cancer. And I feel like I'm getting closer to this. It's like a dream that I hope I will be able to accomplish.